Hi, it's me, the one who has had their life taken over by Persona for the past several weeks. I've finally broken free from it, luckily, so now let's make a video. This is Moveset Mods, a series where I look at the movesets Smash characters already have and try to see if I can make them any better. Today, I'll be going over Joker. My concept for Joker is that he must prepare correctly and be smart with how he works and plays. I think that this would perfectly emulate the gameplay loop of Persona 5. If he overextends, he should be heavily punished. Starting off with his gimmick, he has an SP system. Anything that utilizes a persona will cost SP, as well as some other specific abilities. If he runs out of SP and tries to use anything that costs SP, he will be locked into a long animation of him failing to use the move, leading to easy punishes. So, now for the moveset itself. His jab is the main attack animation from Persona 5, with a deceptive amount of hurtbox shifting to it, allowing him to jump over low attacks if it is timed right. This does decent damage, but nothing too special. His dash attack is the attack animation that plays in the overworld. All of Joker's tilt attacks can stay exactly the same, they're perfect in utility and character. Now for his smash attacks, which are actually quite interesting. All of them utilize his gun, and if that hits, a follow-up attack is triggered as the enemy is downed. His forward smash is Ryuji's follow-up attack, a slow but extremely powerful swing with his club. His down smash is Ann's follow-up attack, a quick multi-hitting attack with her whip, and his up smash is the Haru follow-up attack, a jump slash with an axe, consisting of 2 hits, similar to Pyra's up special. Now, for his aerials, his neutral air has him slash from left to right, dealing 1 hit of quick damage. His forward air is a triple slash forwards with good damage and combo potential, but a bit of end lag if it misses. His back air is a downward slash with quick frame data, spiking anyone hit by it, referencing part of his Showtime attack with the Kechi. His up air spins him around vertically twice, dealing 2 hits of damage. And for his down air, Joker shoots diagonally downwards with his gun, referencing another move from Persona 5 Strikers. Now, for his specials, I'm actually going to start with the down special first, which is a little bit weird, but you'll see why in a moment. His down special is Focus. He spawns a table in which he can talk to one of the Phantom Thieves randomly just for flavor, and can then summon 1 item of a choice between 4. These lists are random out of this list: a smoke bomb, a food item, super spicy curry, which will also heal SP, a motion sensor bomb, and these Joker specific items, including the Go-Ho M, reverting Joker back to center stage, Hypno Mist, putting nearby foes to sleep, the Spotlight, making Joker take more damage from attacks but constantly regenerate SP and HP, Molotov Cocktail, a throwable item that explodes on contact and leaves a lingering fire on the ground, the Megiddo Bomb, which is rarer and acts like a smaller version of Magic Burst. The Freeze Spray is a shooting item with 1 shot that acts like Blizzaga, an ice projectile that can freeze enemies. The Stun Gun is another shooting item, this time with 3 shots, that acts similarly to Zorosuit Samus's Paralyzer, shooting an electric beam forward that stuns foes. An Air Cannon, which acts like the Killer Eye item, a sentry that shoots air projectiles forwards a few times before disappearing. The Psycho Bomb, similar to the Motion Sensor Bomb, a throwing item that senses when attacks are used nearby and explodes, doing damage and trapping the caught foe for a brief moment before launching them away. An Atom Match, which is a throwing item that creates a hazard area of blue nuclear fire-like substance on impact. If it is touched by fire at any point during its 30-second hazard time, it will explode viciously, doing large damage and knockback. A Happy Bomb, which is a throwing item that sticks to opponents and explodes if they use any special moves. The Curse Bomb, which is similar to the Happy Bomb, that is a throwing item that sticks to opponents and explodes if they shield. Only one of the Sticky Bomb type items can be on an opponent at once. He can also use Master Curry, healing all SP, or Master Coffee, healing 50% SP and boosting speed. If you press down special again, Igor will appear, letting the Joker summon a few specific personas, one with each element of attack. These will change the effects and stats of Joker subtly, as well as allowing for different special moves. These personas include Arsene, the persona Joker automatically starts with, keeping his stats and attacks the same as they are, with curse skills. Jack Frost, which makes Joker slower, deal more damage, and his attacks will also slowly add a freeze status effect onto any opponent they hit. If the opponent takes at least 15% damage, they will be frozen, moving slower and taking more damage. Thor, raising Joker's speed and damage output but using more SP on average, as well as having lower SP than the other personas. This would stun an opponent if they take 15% in a short time, and deals electric damage. Michael, with higher damage output and lower weight, would use more SP than others, and would have the same amount of SP as other personas. This would have no special attributes. Titania, having higher speed and lower defense and attack, uses nuclear skills, which will deal a bit of extra chip damage if the opponent is hit with 2 attacks within a short time frame. Vishnu, using wind skills, has lower defense, but higher attack and speed, and does more damage to a foe who has just taken fire damage in the past 10 seconds. Messiah, using almighty skills, boosts attack, defense, and weight while lowering speed, and will cause exponentially more damage the more hits an opponent takes, to a maximum of 5 hits. It will also use the most SP of any persona. Shiva, raising speed and defense, using psychokinesis skills, deals more damage to a stunned opponent. Cert, specializing in fire skills and making every attack do fire damage, as well as raising attack damage slightly and boosting defense. And finally Seth, which is actually a little different, not changing any stats on his own, but he uses curse skills and allows for some extra possibilities, which I'll go over in due time. Joker's down special will also change his other special moves depending on the persona he has equipped. Starting with his side special, his starting persona, Arsene uses the spell Aegeon, setting a pool of darkness about a character length away from him on the ground. If an opponent steps on the pool, which stays until Joker uses the spell again, the spell triggers, dealing large damage that also tacks on poison damage, dealing more damage over time, as well as stunning the opponent who stepped on it. Next, Jack Frost uses multiple skills, actually. Jack Frost uses a tab and hold move with multiple variations, kind of similar to Sephiroth's Flare or Hero's Frizz. The first variation, simply tapping the button, uses Bufu, with Joker throwing forward a small ice projectile, flying forward slowly before exploding at the end of its flight, with a small area of effect that has a chance to freeze anyone hit by it. The second variant, after being held for around about a half a second, has Joker use the skill Bufudine, raising up an ice tree from the ground before shattering. Anyone hit by the first hit, the tree forming, will be frozen in place. And finally, after charging for a full second, Joker will use the skill Diamond Dust, summoning an ice ball a set distance away, exploding immediately, but taking a bit to start up before it is summoned. This deals the most damage, but also takes the most SP. Whew, that was a complicated one. Let's get back into some simpler ones. When Thor is equipped as a persona, Joker will use the electricity skill Zeodyne, summoning an electric sphere about a half stage length away, with 2 hits, one that stuns anyone hit by it, and one that launches away straight after. Alright, that's enough of the easy stuff, let's bring in some weird moves. With the persona Michael equipped, Joker will use the Bless skill Divine Judgment. A large gavel will swing down onto the stage, and anyone hit by it will take half of Joker's current damage taken, and will be stunned briefly. Another simpler one. With the persona Titania, Joker can cast Freydyne, a simple nuclear explosion that goes out further the longer you hold the button. Alright, I'm going to need you to bear with me on this one, because it's a little bit weird. With the persona Vishnu equipped, Joker uses the wind skill Vacuum Wave, creating a tornado that rapidly spins around, moving left and right, and being about as tall as a battlefield platform and a half, carrying foes along as it travels back and forth. Equipping Messiah will give Joker Megiddola, which automatically targets the closest foe in range, about a quarter stage length away, proceeding to deal 3 hits of multi-hitting damage before launching away, acting similarly to Sephiroth's side special. Now for the exact opposite of nuclear skills, if Shiva is equipped, Joker gets access to the psychic skill Psychoblast, acting as a command grab that does several hits of damage that grows exponentially more the more hits are taken before launching away. Now for a more complicated one, if Joker has Cert equipped, he gains access to the fire skill Inferno. This calls down a laser from just above Joker, shooting diagonally down and forwards. Once it reaches the ground, it will continue moving forwards and finally cause flames to burst out of the ground, dealing damage to anyone nearby. This will increase in length depending on how long the button is held and how far Joker is from the ground. And finally, we have Seth, who uses the skill One Shot Kill. Now I know what you're thinking, and it doesn't actually kill in one shot, fortunately. No, it will deal heavy damage and trip opponents that get hit by it, but it is fairly hard to hit. Now for his neutral special, Tetrakarn. This is Joker freeze in place for a split second, applying the Tetrakarn spell to himself. If he is hit within the following 30 seconds, he counters with the critical text from Persona 5 appearing, knocking foes down. Joker can then move again, and is now able to use the foe's neutral, side, and up specials, as well as the move he was hit by, unless that move is down special, where it is completely random which it gives you. The catch is, each move used from this, as well as Joker's own moves that use his personas, will use SP, dependent on the move that is used. Each persona will also get a neutral special unique to them, which is triggered if you hold the button down. Arsene has Dream Needle, which does light damage and has a chance to put foes to sleep. Jack Frost uses Ice Break, a slow-moving projectile similar to Hero's Whack that, if it hits, will make the next ice attack guaranteed to freeze them. With Thor equipped, Joker casts Tarakaja on himself, buffing his attack damage for the next 30 seconds. Michael uses the Bless skill Hameon, summoning a pillar of paper in front of Joker, with a chance of insta-killing anyone in range that raises depending on the percentage taken. Titania gains access to the skill Makara Break, disabling an opponent's shield temporarily. With Vishnu equipped, the neutral special changes to Alley Dance, raising Joker's speed and making his dodges faster. Yes, I do know that this is a passive skill in the original game, and it technically wasn't really able to be used, but I like the concept, so I think it works. Michael can use Oratorio, healing Joker for 50%, but fully using up all of his SP in the process. Shiva can use the skill Mazionga, calling down lightning all around Joker. With Seth equipped, Joker can use either Charge or Concentrate, swapping between the two every time the move is used. Charge will boost the next physical attack by 3 times, and Concentrate will do the same, but for the next magic attack. And finally, the hardest one to come up with, Cert. After equipping Cert, Joker gains access to the skill Brave Blade, a physical strike that launches heavily upwards. Now for his up special, similar to the neutral special, each of Joker's personas will get a different up special with tap and hold variants. His tap variant will stay the same through all of them and will be a grappling hook exactly as it is in Smash Ultimate, although he will be able to catch opponents in the air and pull himself towards them, similar to Byleth's. Each hold version is unique to the persona and will cost SP. With Arsene, Joker can use Abyssal Wings, a curse skill that acts similarly to his current up special, Wings of Rebellion, that would have a hitbox resembling Corrin's up special. Jack Frost uses the innovative skill Heave Ho! That was not funny, and I apologize. Jack Frost will simply throw Joker directly upwards, his entire body becoming a very weak hitbox. Thor takes Joker calmly in his big meaty hands and just friggin' yeets him into the air before slapping him forward at an upward diagonal angle with Mjolnir, Joker becoming a hitbox more powerful than it might seem, because I mean, when you've just been slapped by the God of Thunder's hammer, you're probably going to be carrying a lot of momentum. Michael will take great care in handling this young and fragile boy, taking him carefully into his arms and flying in a chosen direction. Nope! He won't actually. He unceremoniously flies up in a chosen direction and unceremoniously dumps Joker onto the stage. Titania will also fly with Joker, but this time much faster, in a straight line directly upwards. Vishnu summons up a tornado underneath Joker, acting like Hero's fully charged up special, and Messiah has a simple teleport, warping Joker in the direction that is pressed. Shiva pulls out an innovated version of the skill Psycho Force, creating a platform that Joker can then recover from. Up to 2 platforms can be on screen at once. Cert will hold Joker by the waist and use an innovated version of the skill Rising the Slash, which is exactly as it sounds, a simple Rising the Slash with his flaming sword. Seth is a simple dragon? Man? I'm not really sure. He sees a small man and he wants to chomp, so in this move, he does just that, taking Joker's collar in his teeth and flying in a chosen direction, before flinging Joker upwards at the end of the move. Now for his grabs. His grab can have him throw out his grappling hook sideways, that acts as a tether. If he catches an opponent, he will actually pull himself to them instead of the other way around, landing on them like he does when he ambushes a shadow. He will actually stay on top of the opponent for all of his pummels and throws, and his pummel will have him just punching them in the face. His forward throw has Makoto shooting the opponent in the leg, hindering them before Joker kicks them away. His up throw has Futaba's persona grabbing the opponent with the tentacles and throws them up, along with Joker. His down throw has Joker simply kicking off the opponent, flipping in the air as if he tore off a Shadow's mask. Now, this would be a good time to mention that if you grab someone who's off stage, Joker pulls himself to them, and then you're both falling. And this down throw this down throw will spike hard. Now for his back throw, Joker kicks off the opponent before firing 3 bullets downwards, landing behind them, shooting 3 more times before Morgana rams into them in car form. This references the down shot and Morgana's follow-up animation. Now for his final smash, I think we all know what it is. It's the all-out attack, obviously. It's his biggest thing. However, I'll be changing its means of activation from ultimate. Instead of rushing forward, he shoots his gun straight forward with a large hitbox for activation range. As for what this references, it's a spoiler. But it's a really dramatic scene. Like 100 hours into the game. For Joker's alternate costumes, he can of course have his Phantom Thieves outfit and school uniform. Then he can have a Velvet Room outfit, his Dancing in Starlight costume, a costume inspired by Persona Q2, his Persona 1 and 2 costume, and his Shin Megami Tensei 4 costume. As for taunts, he can have one where he scarfs down a massive burger, one where he casually throws a dart, which can and will hit opponents, and will play the sound effect for a bullseye from his game if it hits an opponent. And one where he rolls his neck around while Morgana says the iconic line, "Looking cool, Joker!" So, yeah, that's Joker for you. I really wanted to capture the feeling of Persona 5 as well as him being the wild card, which currently he doesn't really have in this moveset, and I think it turned out quite well. If you liked it, let me know with a comment or like or subscribe if you're feeling that generous, or don't, that's alright too. This video took a while, probably too long. Sorry. So thank you for sticking around, hope to see you next time.